Welcome to another episode of Master Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Maz Double, and I got my co-host with me here, Luz Cruz. Luz Cruz, what up? What you doing? How you feeling? You feel good? Beautiful Sunday? Beautiful Sunday or what?
Beautiful Sunday.
Beautiful. And today we have another special guest. It's our first woman going for the state representative of Massachusetts. Give it up to Nicole D. Coakley, state representative. How you doing, Nicole? What's up, mama? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Fire, state representative. That's big.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got our first female, too, runners up, right?
That's right.
There's never been a female.
There has never been a female elected from what I've known and studied. There's never been a female elected for the state representative in the 11th Hampden district. So now
that's fire.
First.
That's fire, man. So thank you for pulling up to the podcast to have a conversation with us so we can all get to know you, who you are. And let's start we like to go back to the origin of everything. We like to start with the parents. Where are your parents from?
So my parents are from South Carolina.
Awesome.
My mom is like on the Myrtle Beach, like Tidwin side, and
Fire.
then my dad is on the Mount Pleasant, Charleston side.
That's dope. So now, were you born in South Carolina?
I was born in Springfield.
So you definitely deserve to get elected for the state because you're from right here, 413.
I'm from here, 413.
For sure.
Yes.
Y'all better vote for her. Y'all better vote for Nicole D.
I can't
Coakley.
win by myself, guys.
You know, so you were born in Springfield. What hospital were you born in Springfield?
Bay State.
Bay State? That's actually one of the best hospitals in this area.
It is. All
to me, it is.
5 of my kids was born at Bay State.
Yeah, Bay State's the best hospital. We got Mercy, we got other hospitals, but to me, Bay State is like would you agree with that too, Luz, with Bay State, right? Mm-hmm. One of the best hospitals.
Yep.
Like, we have more options.
The other ones are no good.
They're no good for real? Okay. See, I didn't know they were no good, but...
You should try them out.
Nah. Yo, Luz is funny, man.
So shout out to Bay State.
Yo, shout out to Bay State.
And I'm also on their Equity Inclusion Committee, so shout out to Bay State Hospital.
You know, shout out to Bay State. And I also want to add on to this before we even go further on. I want to give a shout out to Martin, because Martin is part of your team.
Yeah.
He's the reason why we're here right now, sitting down having this collaboration.
That's right. Shout out to Martin, because it would not happen to not make the connection.
Shout out to Martin, man. So you know, and he's in the behind the scenes right now. What up, Martin? Let's go. So now we want to get into, so you were born in Bay State, and then now you're fast forwarding and you're coming out here to be the state representative for Massachusetts. How do you feel about that? Where did you get started? Like, rewind with us and let us know how, like.
So I'm going to start with saying when I was growing up, I wanted to be an attorney. But then I got 6 brothers that just, like, y'all doing too much. So I was called for everything. So I was just like, never mind. Then I got to represent y'all. I'm all set.
Yeah.
So then I did cosmetology in high school. I went to Garrett Academy of Technology down in South Carolina.
That's dope.
And then my parents divorced, and then I just promised my mom, like, when I graduate from high school, I'm gonna just come up north and go to college. So I'm with my dad now, and then I'll come back and be with my mom when I go to high school, go to college. So I kept that, and I gave up a scholarship. I was on the National Honor Society, gave up a full scholarship to any South Carolina State university, just to keep my promise to my mom. So I came up here and got some student loans.
Yo, that's big. So you left scholarship opportunities.
Yes.
To come back to Massachusetts. I'm going to add to that right now. Yo, y'all better vote for her. She gave up scholarships from South Carolina, from all those schools to come to Massachusetts and to run for state representative.
Yes.
Well, man, y'all better get it together and vote for her, man. Get those numbers up. This upcoming elected. When is it? September? September
1st. So make sure you guys get registered. There's mail-in ballots you guys can do if you're not going to be in town and you want to fill out a form to do your mail-in ballot. My team helps with all of that. And if you're not registered, if you don't know if you're registered, you just go to mass.gov and just look it up. You can learn yourself. And it also tells you where you need to go at to vote also, because sometimes they change it on us. Okay. So that happens, or sometimes they rezone something and you think you're in this ward and you're in a different ward. And you don't know. So we got to pay attention. Yeah. We weren't taught to pay attention.
We wasn't.
So right now, me tapping into the political field, people are asking questions, but I love it because we need to get our community involved. Yeah. Because we will never have the change that we really want if we don't get involved.
What made you get into the political field? What made you say
I was not into politics.
Right? You wasn't at all?
I worked, no. I just felt like it was just like, you guys.
That's a shocker. Right. She wasn't into politics, and then now here you are to become the first woman in the 11th district. Like, that's big. Yeah. To not have any background of political stuff, right? And then to actually be in the political, That's some wild, real stuff right there.
We never felt like we fit in that type of political room because we don't come from a prestigious family.
Yep.
We don't come from a family with political background to give us the in into the political world. My family's in South Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of family up here,
Yep.
but I'm here to bring change and make things happen because I have a passion and my heart is just like, I'm passionate about what I'm doing. So I'm not doing it for the title. I'm not doing it just for show.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because
For real. Like, you're doing it for real.
Yeah.
How long you been doing it for?
Probably 4 or 5 years. I'm gonna say I started working on a couple campaigns, and then I got the push from one of our elected officials who just like, "Girl, give it a try. You got it. You can do this." And I put my name in the Ward 5. And I was just like, okay. I didn't mean that I got my name up there, and then I just felt like I'm a doer. Like I don't stop.
Yeah.
So once I put my heart to it, I gotta make it happen. I gotta
make
keep
it
going.
happen. Yeah.
So some people are like, why don't you sit down? I can't.
You can't.
Because
It's
I got
already
fired.
like you said, you got that vision, and then now that fire with it.
Right. So I did the Ward 5, and then I ran for at large, and there were like 21 people running. And out of 21, I came in top 10.
That's big.
And out of the top 10, I came in 7. That's
big.
Didn't get in the top 5 like I wish, but I got my name out there. And that's all that matters. So outside of winning, it's still a win for me because I built my voter database because people started knowing, oh, there's a Nicole Coakley. Oh, wait, I like her. Like, wait a minute. This girl is making it happen. I want to do what she's doing. How can I help? So I know I was doing something right. And then this go around, I ran for at-large again. I didn't win in the top 5 like I wanted to, but I still gained more voters. People are still telling me, like, don't give up. But all along,
because you were in the runnings. I
was in the runnings. They're just like, you got to keep going. So I'm not going to give up on my community. I'm going to keep going. But I was at the same time watching to see how the state representative went for 2 years. Even though I kept my name in there for the at-large and kept myself active and doing what I needed to do, I was still watching the state representative position. Big. And then I decided to say, I put my name in the hat. Yeah. And here I am.
Fire, man. Let's clap on that. Now, what comes first, the state rep or the at-large?
Anyone can come first, but it all depends on what seat you're running for. But the state rep is bigger than the at-large because our at-large is just city-based, and state rep, you're out there on Beacon Hill out in Boston trying to figure out how do I trickle this money down to my community. Yeah, so that's our job.
So you be in Boston a lot? Like I
would be in Boston.
How often do you travel to Boston for the Beacon?
It would be a lot. So it all depends. It's like
in a month, you travel, every month you guys are out there?
Well, I'm going to say but it's on a weekly basis, but I'm not there yet to be traveling yet, so I can't really tell you I'm a
But it's going that way. It's going that way.
Based on what I've seen, they're there sometimes late night, sometimes it's like a government shutdown. Y'all just ain't going home at all. So it all depends on how we vote and how things go.
Fire. Now, let's go back to your education. Like, where did you go to school at? Did you go to school in South Carolina, or did you go to school over here?
So I went to, I started elementary here, but we didn't stay too long. My parents came up here, and then we moved back down south. Okay. And then when we moved down south, I went to Jenny Moore Elementary for elementary school. Okay. I went to Lang Middle School, and then I went to Garrett Academy of Technology for high school. Then I came up here.
That's all over there, yeah.
And then I did my associates in law enforcement at Springfield Technical Community College. I did my human services over at Holyoke Community College. I also did early education and care at SCCC, so I'm also director 2 qualified. And then I did my bachelor's in human service at Cambridge College, my master's of education, psychology and counseling over at Cambridge College, and then I went over at North Central University, completing my doctorate degree in business administration with a concentration in organizational leadership.
And how long do you have left for your doctorate?
I'm done.
You're done?
So when I say I'm done, all I have to do is defend it, and I'm just waiting for approval from my chair to say, okay, now you got to defend it. But I'm ready. I already turned in everything.
Now, so after you get this, you'll be Dr. Nicole.
Dr. Nicole Coakley. Put some respect on my name.
That's good. Now, did you have to go to school for that for 8 years? Is that a total 8
I mean, it's been a couple of years.
It's been a minute. You forgot.
It's been some years, but you know what? I wasn't interested in a doctorate degree, but I already had my master's. So during COVID, I signed up to go to do my doctorate degree as a challenge for the kids that were staying in my household that I was trying to help graduate from high school.
Fire.
So what we did was we compared our grades. So, hey, I got an A in my class. What y'all got? And all y'all got to do is online class too. So it kind of motivated them to want to finish and get their high school diploma and continue you want. So I had my 5 kids, and I had about 10 other kids in and out that I had to help because I want to see these babies to be successful. So I can't give up on you.
Now, out of these babies, I'm sure some graduated already, right?
They all graduated. They all out of that crew, my son and my daughter's crew, so they're in their 20s. They all graduated.
Congratulations to y'all.
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
they
shout out to them.
Graduated, and then I have my daughter that's going to be graduating from Libertas Academy Charter School this year, and she'll be doing her signing. She got like over 20 colleges acceptance. College acceptance.
That's good.
Like, she's doing great.
She's doing great.
My other son that graduates next year. He'll graduate next year.
Yep.
And then I have my baby. She's 7, so we got some time.
That's fire. Yo, Luz, what you got over there? I know you ready to say something, Luz. What's up? What you got? yeah.
Hold on. And while she's thinking, I just want to add that while I'm doing my doctorate degree, my dissertation is on women of color in political leadership and the effects of work-life balance. So I definitely had to do something I could relate to and really get that information out there and help other women that are in my position that really want to help their community and give back, but just don't know how do I balance work and life and make things happen. So, hey, make sure you read Nicole's dissertation.
That's just fire. Now, what are things that you would like to do for the youth?
For the youth, we really need to give them a safe haven and give them hope because a lot of them are just looking for support because they don't know what direction to take. And you are only as good as the environment that you grew up in, but you got to want more for yourself. So why do we limit our youth? Why do we limit them based on the school that they go to? Why do we limit them based on who their parents are? Why do we limit them based on where they grew up at? It's not their fault. It's up to us to help them. So I want to make sure that we are figuring out how do we get jobs for them? How do we help them be successful in school? How do we really just come together and support these kids no matter their background, no matter the color of their skin, because they all matter.
They do. They all definitely matter. Especially in this time. Forever, they always mattered, but especially now in these times.
Important.
It's very important right now.
It's very important. And mental health and suicide, it needs attention. And I'm not talking about just attention once it's your family involved. We need to give it attention now so we can help these kids.
So I'm here looking I'm here looking at her flyer right now, and it says the priorities for the 11th Hampden District. I see a few checked off here. Can you can you give us a little bit about each of them? One of them, the first one is women, caregivers, and children.
Yeah, we definitely want to figure out how can we help our women and caregivers and our children because they're important. And again, we look over our caregivers and those are the people that's taking care of our seniors. How do we help them? How do we figure out the funding? How do we even support our children and our women? How do we lower child care? How do we do this to make life better?
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you for that one, for adding that. And then the next one is affordable housing and family stability.
That's important.
Very important.
How these kids go to school, we telling them you need to sit up and think and take this test, and we don't even know if these kids ate. We don't know that. So how do we help and make sure that their houses they're in a stable environment where they are getting the proper nutrition and the food that they need? If we're not tapping in and really getting to know these kids, we are so quick to judge them and not even know what they're going through.
And push them to the side. Judge them and then put them to the side. Instead of not judging them and actually sitting down with them and working hands-on with them.
That is important.
So important. So, that's perfect. That right there, what you just said right now, you have to be with your kids. Attach to them and show them, especially in their early ages, you got to be with your kids, showing them the ropes on everything. Support your kids for real.
Your kids and your kids' friends. Support all the kids.
Every kid. No, for real.
I love all the kids.
All kids.
Honey, when they come to me and ask a question, yes, I'm there to help. My kids will be like, Mommy, my friends, this happened. Can you talk to her? Absolutely. Because I don't want to know that I'm here and I can help you and I chose not to because you're not my kid.
Yeah, that sucks. That mentality sucks. So So if there's any parents out there that are like that don't, close their mind to help with children, open that mind up, man. All children need support.
They do.
Even if they're not your kids. You know what I'm saying?
And not even that, is also paying attention because nowadays these children are not speaking. So it's like you got to read them in order to know what's going on, because a lot of kids don't want to express themselves or tell you what's going on because there's something else going on there. And they're afraid to tell you because something might happen.
Right.
So you got to just watch every move.
Yeah.
Because I understand there's single parents out there that have to work.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be there 24/7. But as long as you're paying attention to what is going on and your children, and always have a conversation, sit down, ask them how their day went, or if you Me as a mother, I notice everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if I
do.
see your eye, one eye, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you
Pay
gotta
attention.
ask questions.
Yeah. Pay attention, ask questions, being there. So I asked you about the youth. What are things that you would do for the elderly?
The elderly, I mean, I am there to help them. Like, again, last year I collaborated with the city of Springfield because I know there was a need for food. So I collaborated with the city of Springfield and brought Ada's food truck from Thorndike here, and she was able to give away free food. We did it over at Wesley United Church over on State Street, and we gave away free food because our elderly are on, most of them are on set income, and we want them to figure out, how do I pay my rent and put food on my table and pay for my medication and figure out how do I pay for transportation to get to my doctor's appointment. So my job is really figuring out how can we make life much easier, because when you think about it, our seniors put in their time. They've done their work. So why are we making life difficult for them as they get older? That's not right.
No, it's not. Nope, not at all. Thank you for answering that beautifully. You did. Let's talk about public safety. Anything what you got on public safety?
Public safety also important, but we can't do it by ourselves. We all have to work together. And public safety, it's not just thinking about the police, it's thinking about us as residents. What can we do to keep our community safe? How do we unite and really know that we're working together because we want our community safe? It doesn't matter if you live in 16 acres or if you're over here on Bristol Street. That doesn't matter where you're located. There's a public safety issue everywhere we go. Most of them are just not spoken up because of where we're located. But we have, of the community, we got to be okay speaking up for what we want.
You listen, there's a unity in community.
Listen, that's my slogan. There's no community without unity.
You feel me though? That's her slogan right there. So, unity is the key, man, to everything. So we need everybody to unite, especially no matter what state you're in. But right now we're focusing on Massachusetts because she's focusing on the state here. But I'm speaking to all states. You know what I'm saying? Me, Mass Double. But yes, everybody got to stick together. Unity, man.
And I believe in it. And a while back during COVID, you can Google Nicole Coakley.
Okay.
But seriously, I collaborated with some other organizers, and we did unity in the community.
That's
and
fire.
We did it over at the South End Community Center. And that was a basketball event where we had kids coming in and being able to play basketball against our police officers, because if you think, that was back during the George Floyd incident, and we wanted the children to know that it was okay to speak to our police. That not all police officers are bad. So how do we bridge that gap? And that was a sit down that we had with the kids, and they were able to ask police officers questions and really kind of build that rapport with police officers to know it's okay that I talk to them because they're here to keep me safe.
Yeah, that's fire. Thank you for that one.
So I'm not just now talking about unity, honey. I've been talking about it.
And what's up with jobs? The jobs for people.
The jobs is important. We got working families that's still out here struggling, and we don't want to be working jobs and they making money. How do we figure that out? When you look at the amount of money that certain people in leadership are making, over $200,000, and I'm over here with a master's degree and I'm just making $60 or something like that. That's rough. How do we make it better so that we are making livable wages? That's really important. How do we continue to create jobs out here? We have to work together. How do we help our small businesses that are trying to open up and they are creating jobs? How do we give them and help them with funding to say, okay, this is what you need to do? How do we? Sometimes people just need you to hold their hand and walk them through the process. But people always know so much that they don't want to share it. And it's like, when you die, you're going to take all that knowledge with you. Why not share your wealth?
Give it away.
I'm so confused. We can't talk about economic stability when we're not really about it when it comes to everybody. It can't just be good for my family and not good for yours. It's a problem.
It is. That's, man, you're answering them so fire right now.
I'm speaking from the heart.
Now Medicaid. Let's talk about Medicaid.
Medicare. Listen, care for all, honey. I'm for it. And free. We can figure that out. We can make that happen. Why are people out here struggling with no insurance, no Medicare?
And it's sad to see.
Terrible.
Very terrible.
Honey. So I can tell you, Nicole Coakley will sign on to that legislative work.
For sure, man, because Medicare is important. There's a lot of people, I be witnessing it, man, when people don't have health insurance. It's sad,
sad,
because they can't even go see a doctor for months and months.
And it shouldn't be
it
that
shouldn't
way.
be like that.
Even though I know that Massachusetts has the best health care.
They do.
But how do we just make sure that it's universal and for everybody? I am for it all day long because it is hard. And then even when you do it, how do we make sure it's in a language or in a way that other people that are really not here from our state or our country, but they're here legally and they're trying to understand what paperwork do you need? How do I do this? Why are we we making life so difficult for them? You know, all they need is a birth certificate. Tell them that.
Yeah.
Bring your birth certificate. Stop telling them wait until you get something in the mail.
Yeah, they make it hard. They make it hard for people.
It makes me so mad.
They
I
make
advocate for people. I'm just
Plus insurance is very expensive.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's very, very expensive. And yes, work does
Cost of
put it included.
Yeah.
But half of it doesn't even cover it.
Medication is high.
Medication is ridiculous. My kids got asthma. The cost of medication is ridiculous.
And then the people that don't have insurance, they got to pay a fee and tax
out of pocket.
Like, obviously, if they're not paying for insurance, it's because they don't have the money for it.
Yeah.
So why are you going to charge them when tax time comes around?
No, it's tough.
To take out 800 or 1,300.
No, it's
I
tough.
had somebody that had
it's
to pay.
Sad. It's sad when you're witnessing it from people like people that are like us, our people. We're witnessing it from people that are just going. Nobody should be going through that. Where they can't go to their doctor, and health is very important out here, man. You know, faith. What you got to say about faith?
Gotta have faith, just the size of a mustard seed, honey. My preacher couldn't preach it so much, honey,
you feel me,
but I hold on to it. Faith is what's gotten me so far.
Yeah,
I could have been dead and gone. When you look at me, you're looking at somebody that has been through like, honey, I've been through it, but I kept pushing on. I had faith in God to know that I'll be okay. I had bilateral foot drop. I had to learn to walk again. The doctor was like, we don't know if you're going to walk again. And then it might take 2 years, honey. But when I was done talking to God and saying, I can't do this, I got to be home by Christmas, over in the nursing home, and he made sure I was home by Christmas and able to walk. And that's bilateral foot drop. That's when both of your foot are dropped and you cannot pick them up. You cannot walk, honey. Using a walker to get around, it was stressful. And then I also had bilateral pulmonary embolism in both my lungs. So nobody knows that. Yeah. But I overcame it. And I never gave up.
You feel me?
So that's important. Outside of that, 2 back surgeries, like I have been through it.
Yeah. And you're here still rolling.
I'm here to talk about it. I'm not ashamed of my story, anything that I go through, because when you think about it, it is life.
It is. It is.
So why should I be ashamed of anything that I have gone through? I have to be there to speak about it.
They're lessons.
That's lessons, honey. And lessons turn into blessings. Look at me now.
And you're talking to the right one, because he had cancer.
Yeah, I was diagnosed.
He's been dealing with cancer for a very long time.
Thank you for bringing it up. We mentioned it here a couple of times on a few episodes, but I was diagnosed with cancer 4 years ago, and then I was just put on remission recently. Amen. So it was a long battle, and I almost died a few times during the process. They told me it was not curable. A lot of things. There's a lot of things that in this 4 years. I was diagnosed at 39. You know, so I know about faith. And,
I know that's right.
So you know what I'm saying.
He was still doing his thing, still doing podcasts, still doing music,
not giving up, not giving up.
You know,
because God's watching.
Yeah, exactly. and not being all you down.
Exactly.
So people could feel bad for me. No, I came up with my head up high. No petty. We coming out here grinding.
God gonna say you not one of my strongest soldiers. So let me just push you to the side. You ain't ready.
Yeah,
you got to keep going.
So I was put through that. Strongest shoulder battle. I went through that. Yeah, it was here. Thank you for bringing that up, Luz.
But the crazy part is people will look at us and see us smiling and think we got the perfect life and have no idea what we just had to go through.
Yeah, crazy. Yo, wow. I almost died a few times during the process. Wow. And then when I first got diagnosed, and they keep reminding me that it's not curable. So that alone, just those words, not curable,
that will make you not want
for the rest of your life. Like, well, it would make you
give up.
So I'm here to. We're here.
We here, honey. I should have been dead and gone.
We're here to tell people that are going through those downside mindsets to pick yourself up, get that faith up, put God first. God is the one that's really doing all this.
Get in the church, pray.
It's really God doing all this.
People also have to remember that when you get news like that, you can't get in your head, because once you get in your head, you're the one who's actually making yourself die faster.
Yeah, they say.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you gotta fight. You gotta continue doing your dreams. Don't give up. Just that's like a bucket list.
You don't want to be the victim. You want to be the victor. You want to know that you are going to overcome what you're going through.
Yeah, my story made it on the April Munfred. I think that's sorry if I got your name wrong. But April, shout out to her. She works at the Republican.
Yeah,
she
writes
a lot of stories.
You do?
She does.
Yeah, she writes a lot of stories for every.
She knows her.
Everybody should know. No, April's known. Shout out to April. Shout out to April. I'm looking at the camera. I love you. I love you. I always tell you that. So In August, she wrote a story and it was talking about all that. It was talking about my music, my cancer battle. Like, I guess it's out there, man, on Mass Live. You can Google it, look it up. It was an awesome story. She did a great job, but it talked about everything, and it was to inspire. The story, our story, is to inspire people. Somebody else that wants to be at certain, we got our smile. They want to be at the, hold on, how is this person going through all this and he's still smiling? They're still smiling. So some people want that. Yep. They don't know how to.
They need that.
They need that motivation.
Because some people will give up on life, and it's just like, wait, if they sit and hear our story and why we're continuing to push, they're just like, well, why would I give up? Why would you give up? Believe in yourself and know that you got this.
And there's people out there that need us.
That's right.
There's people that need us. That's the reason why I ain't giving up, because there's people that need us.
That's right. That's why I'm still here pushing.
Yeah. So another question: why are you running, and what do you want to achieve from it?
I mean, I'm running because our community really needs change, and everybody can say we need change, but what does change look like? Change really looks like putting people like us with lived experience at the table to speak on behalf of our community, because nobody that has lived through what we have to go through knows best of what needs to take place and how do we need to change things that are being done now. So when you look at the incumbent who's been there well over 30 years within the public sector, it's like, okay, I love and appreciate everything you've done. I'll never take that away from you. I'll never disrespect you for that. But be okay passing the torch, because what will you accomplish in the next 2 years that you couldn't accomplish 2 years ago?
Yeah.
What is giving you 2 more years to do what?
To do what? Yeah,
Put somebody new at the table. Be okay giving somebody else a chance. And that's all Nicole Coakley is asking for, is a chance.
Give her the chance. So whoever's in the top run, man, give her that chance. Give it to her so she could prove to y'all that she's coming here and make change.
I'm what our community needs.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. Yeah. So what do you think about the current administration? What do you think about it?
The current administration. I mean, again, I won't talk bad about nobody because they're there.
No, we're not here to talk bad.
There's good things and there's bad things, but then for me, I'm an in-between person. How do we meet and unite and come together and let's figure this out? Because we really got families that's out here dying and hurting and crying, and we want to sit at the table and argue over something that's so small that's not helping us here in our community. So our current administration within the city of Springfield or out in
what you're representing?
Out in the state. I mean, our current administration been there for a while. The
administration from here, 413, or are we talking about Boston?
When we look at 413, if you look at our city council, it's a hot mess.
Whatever.
Is it? I don't know, because I don't really be in the politics. Is it though?
Oh my God.
She knows because she's in there.
Oh my God. It is like...
Listen, stop being messy.
It is a puppy show.
Stop being messy, man. You know?
It's funny, but shouts out to them, honey. I said, God didn't want Nicole Coakley over there, so that's why I ain't get the win. That's okay, because he knew what was coming. So that wasn't a conversation that I needed to be a part of. So again, hopefully our city council will pull it back together, and remember, you guys are there for the community. You guys are not there for your personal stuff, personal actions and what you're doing. Now,
will you support increased funding for local public schools and infrastructures?
I'm going to support it for local public schools and for charter schools. I love charter schools. Don't knock out the charter schools. Shouts out to Libertas Academy Charter School, honey.
Shout out to Libertas.
Because some of my kids went to public schools, some went to charter schools, and I am a strong believer that we should invest in all our children. I don't care what school they're at. Cut it out when we separate our public and our charter schools. Why are we making kids think that you're better than the next one because of the school you went to? No, that's not okay. So I am for increasing funding for all the schools.
Fire.
So what are your top 3 things that you are the first things that you want to fight for?
So I won't say the first things I want to fight for, because first, when you get into office, you really got to see where everything is at. I can come to the table and say, shoot, I want to make sure I do this. Yeah. But it's not that easy. So it's where are we at? What legislation work is in conversation, and really figuring out how does our community benefit with my vote. How do we make sure that this is taking effect and helping increase what our community out here in the Springfield area needs? Because if you look, Boston gets everything. Boston gets everything. The money trickles down in Boston. They are doing well. They're paid well. When you come to Springfield, that's just right up the street. It's like, ain't no way we got an elected official that's out there in Boston speaking on our behalf, and we are still out here struggling. Something got to change.
Yeah, thank you for that. Now, I got a question as well. Is there anybody in the political world that inspires you or influences you, or anybody you look up to in that? I know you're new in the whole political world. A few years, right? 5 years? 5, 6 years?
Yes.
That's kind of new for like
That is
OGs,
definitely
right?
new.
So like, so now who inspires you in that political world? Anybody, any woman, man, or?
I mean, yeah, I shout out to all of them.
Okay.
I won't call out names
Okay,
because I
okay.
want to know if they're gonna call out my name.
You know what I'm saying? They will. Keep grinding for sure.
But again, I definitely love being able to meet Ayanna Pressley, our congresswoman.
Okay.
She does great work and she really believes in helping Massachusetts.
Shout out to Ayanna Pressley.
Yeah,
that's
so
fire.
shouts out to her.
So what is she exactly again?
Congresswoman.
Congresswoman.
Yeah.
She's fire. She's
Yeah,
fire.
so she's doing.
So
great
she
work.
works in Boston and all that as well over there. Or?
She Boston, Washington. She's all.
She all over the place. Okay. So you look up to her. That's pretty dope.
Absolutely, that's a strong black woman.
You ever met her?
Yes, I've
You
been
have
with her.
met
Yeah,
That's
I just
fire.
recently saw her. That's a strong black woman, and
That's
I'm just
dope.
like, and when you hear her speak, when you hear somebody speaking, you get chills.
Yeah.
That's how you know, like they're speaking from the heart.
That's
And
fire.
I want to be
Yeah,
something like you.
like that.
So I admire her. I watch her, and it's just like, yeah, you go, girl. But there's other folks out there that I believe in, and I'm just like, you're doing great work.
I seen something trending recently, like a couple of days ago, and they were asked something about Michelle Obama if she ran for president. Would you? So what's up with that?
I
Like
love
that? Because
Michelle
that was
Obama.
recently. Yeah.
Yes, I definitely love her. Barack
was recently
Obama did
trending.
amazing. Yes, I would definitely support Michelle Obama.
You heard? I see something trending.
Shoot, come on through,
never
Michelle,
know.
honey. Nicole, working your campaign.
You never know because because I know last year I think Hillary ran or not.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Now, how do you feel about that? About the whole Kamala Harris thing?
I'm not knocking her, but I didn't really know too much about her.
You did it.
So
You did it. Yeah.
again, are you in it for the right reasons? So I don't speak bad about her because a lot of individuals supported her. I'm not gonna say I didn't support her, but I have questions when people pop up, and I'm not saying pop up, but it's just like, are you really here for our community?
Yeah.
But I'm not saying she wasn't, but I have questions. So then I just gotta learn more.
Now, if someone wants to support you, sponsor you, do something like what can they do? They can buy merch off of you. They can donate and where and what? Like, give us those details.
Well, show your shirt first of all.
Yes, guys. Can you see me?
Yeah, they see it.
Over here.
There you go, there you
Definitely
go.
got the
You see it, y'all.
They like Nicole Coakley.
Let me put it over here.
There
we go.
So y'all can buy that merch.
Purchase these shirts for $25. You
Buy
can
that
hit
merch.
Martin up and purchase these shirts for $25 to support the
Fire.
cause and support my run because
Yes.
I really can't do this by myself and it does take funding. And
It does.
If you donate $5, honey, that $5
helps.
is gonna go a long
Yeah,
way.
that
So
does help.
$5 by a lot of people is a lot good money that I can get mailers out. I can buy my yard signs. I can really do a lot. I can make commercials.
Yeah.
If these stuff cost money.
It does. You got yard signs everywhere right now, right?
No, I don't have yard signs
you
out
don't?
yet. Not for state reps.
You
We haven't ordered them yet.
So I seen a banner. What was the banner
That
for?
was for at large.
Oh, okay.
That was for at large, and then I also you probably saw I had another banner out there because I recently won the 2025 Western Mass Remarkable Woman.
Okay. Congratulations.
Hey, yes, I was out in Hollywood living my
That's
life.
fire. That's fire.
So
Congratulations.
shout out to WWLP because I was chosen as the top winner.
That's fire. Shout out to that man for choosing her. You deserve it, man. You do. You definitely do, man. You're running for state representative, so that's big right there alone.
And I'm just here, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
At least I know I gave it a try, and I paved a way for somebody else that's coming up to say, well, shoot, if Nicole Coakley can do it, why can't I?
Yeah.
That's right. I'm paving the way. I don't want nobody to feel like they're less than somebody else.
Exactly.
No, we were literally equal. What I do, you can do too.
Exactly.
You just got to believe in yourself.
You got to believe in yourself. Another thing that's checked off on the checklist is criminal justice reform and reentry support.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe in second chances. We really have to figure out how do we help each other. You have the Clean Slate initiative that's helping these folks that are locked up and getting a second chance when they come out, come out of being locked up. So how do we help them come back into our community and kind of navigate the system in a healthy way?
Yep.
You've already known how to do things the best way you knew how to take care of your family, but how do we help you do it in a healthy, positive, legal way? I'm
Correct.
not ashamed of nothing. I ain't ashamed of who I be with. I ain't ashamed because I'm here to help folks. So when people say, oh, if you win, they're going to use this person against you, do what you feel like doing. Because Nicole ain't shutting up and she ain't sitting down.
Exactly. Nah, that's real. Shout
Don't
out to
judge
Nicole.
And then
me.
BHN does have resources for people that are incarcerated and are coming out. You know, they need a little help.
They do.
So that's what she's talking about. You know, we need more programs and things like that can help these people that are incarcerated that you could give them a second chance. And she's trying to do that for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am here to help them. Housing, it's hard when you got to do a query just to try to get into an apartment and they're just like, oh, you just got out of jail. Well, you can't come here.
I know, it's
hard.
bad.
How do we close that gap?
Yeah.
That's things that we need to continue working on because we have to help individuals. We are all human.
Yeah.
We got to stop being so judgmental.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And really be there and support people because we want to see them be successful and make it in life.
You're right.
Suicidal rates is high.
High.
Some people, you come out of jail and you are struggling because you don't want to go back. But how do I not go back to what I know?
Tough.
Exactly.
It's tough.
How do I not go back to that when I can't get a job over here to take care of my child? We got to figure that out.
Figure it out.
And now it's harder because even if you come out, now they're even asking for 3 times the rent.
The rent is ridiculous.
To
We need
move
rent
somewhere.
control. People can say what they want, honey,
like-
but Nicole believe in rent control, okay?
Like, I'm
Because
like-
rent is through the roof. When I started off at $950 and now I'm at $1,500.
Oh my God.
It's wild.
I ain't making no more money than I was making before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So something's got to change even with that. Rents is going up. The pay staying low. Like something's got to change there.
Everything's going up, but our pay.
But the pay. So something's
food,
got to.
like, what?
Something's got to change there, especially for Massachusetts. Everywhere in the world, but we're speaking. We're here now.
Right.
So
we got to start here.
We're talking about where we're
somewhere else.
at. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm for it.
But I don't know how they expect people, even people that are working. That's very hard.
It's
3
hard.
times the rent.
Yeah.
And rent right now
Because
is maybe over $1,000.
Yeah, it's wild.
because you're working and you still got to pay tax, so you ain't even bringing home what you're working for.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's your whole paycheck.
Right.
Every
Like,
time.
Plus your credit score got to be up there
and
too.
your credit score. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
want me to keep all this together? You're booging. Like, hold
Credit
on.
score got to be up. Yeah.
It gets rough. It gets hard, honey, but we got to keep pushing.
Yo, my boy Ming was funny in a few episodes. He was like, "Yeah, they asked me for I can't have my dog here. I can't have my mom here, my dad, my uncle."
But you gotta pay all this rent.
Yo, it was funny the way he said it when he was talking about the landlord when he went to go look at an apartment. They were asking for first, last, security,
Doing too much.
credit, mom, dog. It was just the way he put it was hilarious.
A deposit for your pet.
Yeah,
That's
it was
wild.
wild. It was hilarious the way he put it, but it's true. That's what they're doing out here.
And it's hard, and then you're struggling. So then you get evicted from this apartment because you can't afford to pay the rent that just went up on you when you don't make no more money.
Yeah.
But then you
It's wild.
want to go and try for another apartment, and you can't get that apartment because you got an eviction on your
Yeah,
record.
it's wild.
Honey, Ayanna Presley is fighting to get that fixed. So
yes.
we got to believe in helping each other.
That's it.
No,
yeah.
and then the thing is that even if people are getting evicted, there's no shelters. Everything's full.
Everything's for, or you can't stay there that long. You got to figure out
6
where you're
months.
at.
Yep.
6 months, and then they try to push you to the street
That's
unless you
sad.
fight for it.
And I don't even understand how these people that created these rules or whatever think how it works. It might work for
Because they don't got no lived experience. They didn't have to go through it.
That's what I'm saying. out of 30 shelter people, I'm sure it probably works for like 5 out of them. But what happens to the other 27? Like
They don't care.
They gotta care.
But these are people that we continue to put back in place.
We can't have them in
We can't
place.
do that. When I tell you we need change, we need change.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't talk about it if we're not gonna make it
Nah,
happen.
we need change. We need better people in position.
That care
You know
about
what I'm saying?
us.
They care.
And we
about
don't
the
need
people.
these seasoned politicians, honey. I don't care if you from the streets. Come on and run, honey. Let me see what you can make happen.
For real.
9 times out of 10, the ones from the street be smarter than the ones that's already in office.
You ain't lying.
You look at them like, how you get there?
You ain't even lying. There's some smart people that are not looked at properly, and they have their knowledge. They some smart people,
Those
but
that come from out of lockup.
and they
Yeah, you are smart.
But to these people, they're nobodies, but they are somebody, and those are the type of people we probably need in these seats.
But like you said, they got in those situations because they were probably in a tough situation as it was.
Trying to figure life out.
and people weren't
Helping.
So they had to find the next thing that could support their family. And that's what they did. People make mistakes. Nobody can say nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Because if we were, we wouldn't be here. We would be
Exactly.
with God right now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
So-
environment they grew up in.
Yeah.
And that's all they knew. How do we help them now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last thing you got here checked up on the list is confronting systemic racism and
Inequality. Yeah, that's important, honey. Racism is everywhere. And we got to figure out how do we confront that from a positive manner and not just play victim. We got to figure out how do we really, again, unite and work together and say, we're not going to have this. You're not going to treat our women like this. You're not going to treat our black men like this. You're not going to do this. We got to be okay standing up for each other.
So what do you say about everything that's going on? I don't know if you want to talk about everything that's going on with the immigrants, people that have paperwork to be here.
It's sad.
And they're being snatched from their children and being sent and separated from their family.
I am not in agreement with it
Yep.
because they are still human, regardless of how they got here. They're here now. How do we help them be legalized? Why are we up? They already can't work legally, but why are we taking up the cost of becoming legal up? When we know they're already struggling to get the money to pay the first initial fee,
Yep.
and their fees are ridiculous. My
Ridiculous.
kids are Jamaican, so I understand.
Yep.
So having their dad snatched up from them is just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen, but I'm just saying, I understand the
You
struggle,
understand,
and
yeah.
I am not for ICE coming in, kicking down doors,
Exactly.
taking these families. They're over here working.
You know what I'm
They're
saying?
not bothering nobody.
Nobody,
I'm
yeah.
not for the criminals now. Y'all
Yeah.
gotta figure that
Exactly.
out. But then I just saw where President Trump, you about to make our children sign up to go into the service, right? But why are we not utilizing those that are in lockup that are already in there for life anyway? Give them something to do.
Yeah.
Why are we paying for them to stay in lockup when we can let them go on over to Afghanistan and fight for the country?
Yeah.
Let's figure life out.
Exactly.
Now I know there's 5 on the checklist here. Is there any a couple more, a few more that didn't make? Yeah.
There's definitely more.
Can you give us some that are not checked off? Give me one more. What would come after this one?
The
What
carbon.
would come after that one if there, if we made it longer? Oh, there's more in the back.
Well, first of all, show the card.
There's the car. We're looking at the Nicole.
Hold on,
Coakley
let
card.
me do a close
Right here,
up.
this one.
Right there, and then turn it around so they can see the skew thing in case they wanna
And then scan.
Yeah, to donate.
donate and support.
Yes, guys.
Where we
So
at?
The other way.
Yeah, right
There we go.
there.
if you want to donate $5, $10, you can donate up to
Scan-
$1,000
scan
a
that, y'all.
person.
Exactly.
Come and donate.
Scan that, y'all. Scan that, y'all. Scan
So-
that.
But again,
Oh wait, she was gonna answer
yeah,
something.
so
right?
we actually touched on it. It would be education.
Okay.
So we actually talked about it because education is important. I'm a lifelong learner.
Yeah.
But I shout out to Massachusetts because a lot of our colleges are free. SCCC, I believe, is a free college for us
Yes.
to take advantage of. So we got to make sure that we try to educate ourselves
Yeah.
the best way we know how. So education would definitely be on my checkoff
Yeah.
list.
Yep. And
Yeah,
Holyoke
yeah.
Community College also
Yeah.
gives free culinary. They're giving CNA classes.
HVAC.
I'm
there's
always
some other stuff.
sharing the
Yeah.
what was it? The truck.
CDL.
VOC for the VOC.
The VOC, the
Okay.
CDL classes for
yeah.
free.
Yeah,
You
for
could get the
free.
license and everything for free.
Yeah.
You know, you guys
That's
gotta take
good.
it. My Facebook is Loose Cruz. I'm always putting and
She is.
sharing
She's always sharing
housing. I share everything that's free and we need to take advantage of.
Yeah.
I put it up there.
Sharing is caring.
Oh, yeah.
If you keep
It might help somebody.
That's right. And I share, honey. I could create some community events. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
So how can people check out and see what events or other things that you have going on?
So you can definitely follow me on Facebook. It's Nicole Coakley, and I also have the Elect Nicole Coakley for state representative Facebook page. But if you come to my personal page, my life is an open book. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I already been through the going throughs, and I ain't ashamed of not one thing I had to go through because it made me the person I am today. So I'm able here to sit down and tell you my story without any shame. I'm not perfect. And I don't expect nobody else to be perfect, but how do we work together? That's important.
Very
You
important.
Don't be ashamed.
Yeah.
If people will use your downfall against you if you let them. You got control to change the narrative of how people look at you.
Yep.
Yep.
You do.
And then you had mentioned something about the White Lion. What's happening
Yes.
there?
Oh, yeah. May 7th.
May 7th.
The May 7th is our campaign kickoff, guys. That is open to the whole community. If you want to support your girl, my team will be there. It's important. You will hear people speak on my behalf. Their whys, but why they support Nicole Coakley for
Fire.
state representative in the 11th Hampden district. So that is May 7th, 5:30 to 7:30 over at White Lion. That's a Thursday. So show up, guys. I need my community out there to come out and support, and let's make it happen because I can't do it by myself. I can talk all I want, but I can't get in that seat without you.
Without you, you know what I'm saying? That's
And
facts.
we'll be there.
Shout out to White Lion. Shout out to White Lion
shout out to
for.
Ray.
Now they're always hosting your events there. At the,
No, this will be the first
First
event
one.
that I'm hosting there, and shout
Okay.
out to Martin that made it happen.
He did.
Yeah.
Shout out to Martin.
You gotta bring Martin over here.
Yo, Mark, come over here,
You
Mark.
gotta come on in. You gotta come in, Martin.
Because the reason why this Nicole D. Coakley interview happened is
It's because of
my
him.
guy right here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Martin. You know,
What up?
So Martin, let us know a little bit about yourself and what do you do with Nicole?
So my name is Martin Vicharczyk. I am Nicole's marketing fundraiser director for a campaign. As far as what I do, I mean, first I've been a truck driver for 14 years. But, I also run a business. I'm a father. Definitely a community activist, doing community events for the last few years, which has been amazing. And that's how Nicole and I connected through that. So.
Fire.
That was great.
Yeah, it was. You know, we pulled up to Bristol Street. We pulled up to Six Corners in St. James, and it was like a drive-through.
And they was waiting.
They was
Yeah.
You know,
That's beautiful.
But we were able to help the families.
Yeah.
And
That's
turkey expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was able to. He collect a lot of sponsorships and got donations.
That's fire.
And made it happen for the community.
Shout out to Martin, man.
Then you had said something about some signatures.
Yes. Oh, so for the state rep, I have to collect at least 150 signatures, and that's from registered voters. And if you live in Ward 3, part of Ward 3, all of Ward 4, part of Ward 5, Ward 6, and Ward 7, you are eligible to sign off and say, Nicole, I want to help you get on that ballot. So we are close to getting our 150 signatures, but just hit me up or hit up Martin. And shouts out to Ali Hawk. That's my campaign manager. He's not here. I got a full team, guys. Shouts out to my team.
Shout out to the team for
I
real.
love them. Lila.
Shout them all out. Yeah, shout them all out.
Lila, Lisa, Precious, Sharia. I mean, like Monique. I love my team.
Shout out to
Judy.
everybody. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody. All of my support. My mom. Like, I love my family.
Yeah, shout out to the family.
The support is real out here. So if I'm forgetting anybody, just know I love you. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna forget you. And I gotta say, shouts out to the Click Auto Club.
You heard?
I rock with them. Okay?
Yeah, shout out to them.
Shouts out to the Click.
You heard? I love Nicole's energy for real, man.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any siblings, brothers, sisters? Are you the only
six
child?
brothers. I got 6 brothers.
Six brothers.
I'm the only girl.
You're the only girl. Okay,
I'm the
okay.
only girl. Like I said, I wanted to be an attorney.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I had to change my mind.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
calling me too much. My dad be like, "Did you talk to your brother?" What?
Yeah.
I'm just like, they the reason I keep my phone on silent.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
not keep my
Do
ring
not
on.
disturb.
Yeah. And then you call me at 3 in the morning disturbing my sleep. Like, but this is my brother. I'm the oldest, but I love them. I'm the oldest, but now I'm the youngest because they're older now.
Yeah.
So now it's to them. They got to take care of their sister.
They do.
And they do. I can call them for everything.
Shout out to them. Now, are they all in 413 or are they scattered around?
There's some are in 413.
Okay.
Some down in Florida,
Fire.
football. Some are in like South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia.
Fire.
They're spread out, but we all visit each other, and then we like send my mom wherever.
Now they have to be proud of you because you're running for state representative in Mass. Now, are you the only political person in your family?
I am definitely
for
the
real.
political person.
From your father's side and
From
mother's
my
side.
both sides.
Wow, that's
no
wild.
politics. I would be the first.
That's
like,
big.
The first, but I'm gonna make it happen.
You are. You already making it happen.
With that Coakley name from down south.
Yeah. Now you are gonna make it happen. Now Coakley, is that your dad's last name?
That's my dad's
Your dad's last name.
My mom's a Wilson.
I know he's looking at you like, what? Coakley?
Yeah,
I'm
that's my
flying.
daughter.
Shout out to the family, man, for real,
They
man.
watch me on Facebook. I keep them up to date. This is what's going on,
Yeah,
guys.
that's it. That's what it is, man.
They're proud of me.
And now she's here at Master Talk Podcast. It's a podcast from New England. We're all doing big things in our community.
That's right.
And she's here talking about collaborating. And she's here talking
Exactly.
about all the great, amazing things that she's been accomplishing all these years. And we're very excited to hear all of this.
Yes.
Like, I'm
And
happy.
if you guys want to see changes, then that's the person you need to elect.
You heard?
You need to sign that paper.
Yeah.
I'm signing.
And get ready to vote for some of our upcoming fundraisers again.
Yeah.
March 7th, 5:30 to 7:30. We got our campaign kickoff over at White Lion, and then R&B Sip. Sip and Paint.
R&B Sip.
R&B
Ooh,
Sip.
where's that?
Sip and paint?
Yep.
Okay.
Shout out to Alberto. Definitely made that happen.
That's fire.
That's gonna be late May. So
Okay.
That's definitely, we wanted a little grownish, sexy vibe. You know
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
So those tickets will be dropping soon.
And Martin, you were telling me something before about a 3-on-3 basketball thing. Do you do? Can you elaborate on that?
Like I said, so doing the events for the last couple of years, develop relationships with people. Mm-hmm. This is why one of the main reasons why I do rock with Nicole, because she don't make nothing about herself.
Yeah.
I have that same mindset.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you meet people.
Yep.
And you develop good teams. So shout out to my team on that. Jeff, Suey, and Mike. Love y'all.
Shout out to them. Yeah.
And we're doing basketball tournament, a 3-on-3 basketball tournament for the kids, ages 12 to 16, June 6th at Duggan. It's gonna be from 12 to 6, 12 teams, 36 players, double elimination. It's gonna be fire.
All types of stuff, trophies, rings. You were saying all types of things, man. That's pretty dope.
Halftime show. Guest speaker, Nicole. Shout out to Dave Santiago. And
You said you had artists also performing. You want to shout those guys out?
Anthony Cortez, Mackie Mac, and RJ. They're gonna be. You know, these guys. You know, they're artists from the field, right?
Yep.
You know, when I spoke to them, I told them, I was like, listen, this event's for the kids, so you know, I don't want no crazy music. I want something positive, uplifting.
Yep.
It's gonna motivate them, and you know, music really does hit the soul.
It does.
So when you hear a good track and it marinates, you're gonna want to continue keep listening to that, right?
Yep.
So I told them about it. They were all for it. I said, now send me your track, bro. Let me tell you, man. When they sent me, yo, I was in tears.
You were in tears.
Yo,
powerful.
It was powerful.
Positive, powerful, touching.
You know, even Mackie Mac's son, he's playing in the tournament and he's gonna be performing with his dad.
That's fire. Shout out to
You know what I
them.
mean? That's fire right
That
there.
is big.
You seen a father and son performing in front of a community. You know what I mean? That's
powerful.
Yeah.
That's big, man.
So if people are interested in participating, like where do they go? Where do they look up?
Follow you or go for
you guys can contact me on Facebook, Martin Kacharzik. Call my phone, 413-363-4071. Like I said, we have several coaches. We got refs. You know, I have a lot of volunteers that have already, you know, agreed to be a part of it. But if you want to be a part of it, you want to show up, show love.
Yep.
I'm all here for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
We all work together and make this happen. You know, there's no I in teams. So
Yeah.
It takes a community
does.
to make a community.
It does. It does.
You know what I mean?
And we appreciate everything that you guys are standing for. We're all about all that. When it comes down to like anything, like anybody doing something great for any community, Holyoke, Chicopee, Springfield, it don't matter what community. I love all that stuff. It's powerful because it is about community and it's about unity. That's what it's all about.
Right.
And I appreciate you, Martin. You know, I appreciate you. You know, reaching out and about Nicole. You know, because this is powerful. She'll be the first woman, you know, elect for state representative. That's powerful.
We've had 3 male figures that have held that position.
You know, so
now it's time for a woman.
I agree too, man. I agree, man. And I'm a man, and I agree. I'm gonna say, let's get this woman up there. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Nicole up there so we can see change. That's number one. That's change right there.
Yeah.
Because if it's been male, it's time to bring a woman up that's she's talking that talk.
And walking that walk, because
and walking that walk. You know what I'm saying? She talking that talk. She walking that walk.
Without the title.
Let's get this woman up there. And I'm a man saying I'm a man. Let's get a woman up there. Let's see what this woman do. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, right?
Because I'm bringing you guys with me.
You feel me?
None of this is scripted, y'all.
None of it.
No.
You know, this shit is not
This is authentic.
Authentic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And bringing Nicole here, like, I'm putting her in positions where she's not only just talking it, she's walking, but she's showing face.
She's showing, pulling up.
Like I'm
pull up,
podcasts. I'm doing these events. I'm showing up for my community.
Feel me though?
Not just sitting back in the office collecting notes, sending emails.
Exactly. She outside. That's what they said. She outside.
Yep.
Yeah, she outside with it. Exactly.
And I don't just do it just on elections during the election season, honey. I am outside year round. So we got to pay attention to stuff like that because you do get folks that only come out for election season, and if they don't win, they disappear for 2 years, and then they pop back up on the scene. And our community is supposed to be excited.
Yeah.
Some of them do get excited, but why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you not asking where were you at the past 2 years?
Yeah.
When you look, Nicole Coakley got that track record to say this is what that girl was doing for the past 2 years.
Yeah,
and she
I
didn't
like it.
disappear. She stayed active
Yeah, I love
within
it.
her
I love
community.
it.
She showed up and supported everybody.
She did. She's here. She supported Master Talk Podcast.
Absolutely.
She pulled up to us. She supported us. We support her. We support each other. This is community
That's
right
how
here.
it's supposed to be.
And she pulled up and she's talking to my audience and her audience and your audience and everybody.
That's
We're
right.
talking to everybody on the Massive Talk Podcast show. You got any other questions?
I'm gonna say if you come and sign that paper, Because right now she's talking and we're doing all this and people are saying, oh yeah, she's going to say this and that. Give her the chance.
Give her the
Give her
opportunity,
that
yeah.
opportunity. She's going to show you exactly what she's talking about.
Yeah, and and I could feel. I'm good with energy, and you know, and I'm looking at her eyes when she talks, and I could, yeah, it's real. It's the real deal. This is the real deal.
I'm not saying what you want to hear.
No, this is the real deal. No, this is the real deal.
I'm not
I love it.
doing that. You get a lot of people that's just like saying da 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 da.
Yeah.
If you elect me, da da da.
Nah, it's
you
real.
elect them and they forgot what they told you.
Nah, you're focused. You ain't forgetting.
Yeah,
Nah, you
I'm
ain't
not
forgetting
doing
nothing.
that. No.
She on point,
And
man.
I'm taking
You
my
know.
people with me because I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing
Yeah.
it for my community.
Yeah, you are. You are.
We need somebody that cares.
Yep.
We don't need gatekeepers that just
No.
sit there and just want the power for what? That's
For
not
what?
helping us.
Nope.
That's not giving our youth nothing to
It's
look
not.
up to.
It's not. It's not. It's
I am
not.
about change.
And so that's why we got to elect her. Let's elect her, everyone. It's all about.
Yeah.
It's about us electing her. So let's elect her. Let's elect
Nicole
Nicole Coakley. You heard?
Make sure.
Let's
and
go, let's
keep
go.
That faith, guys. Keep that faith.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people in the 413 that really look up to you. Like they probably went to school with you, friends.
There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of
I
people.
see people and they're just like, I know who you are.
Right?
You do? I'll be like, I hope that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I'm
it
like-
is. It is a
they're
great
just
thing.
like, yes, or I saw your commercial and shouts out to you, Matt. It's 5 credit you.
Oh, you had a
I got
commercial?
for
That's shout out to that.
yes, so shouts out to
Where
them.
can they see the
I love
commercial
that.
at? People.
They can look me up
On YouTube
look
or
up
something?
UMass 5.
Okay.
And it's also on WWLP.
Okay.
I don't know if you watch the
I'm
TV. It's
later
on
on tonight. I'm gonna look it up on YouTube. It should pop up.
It'll pop up.
The commercial.
Nicole Coakley, UMass
Commercial.
5.
Yeah. That's what it's
Yeah,
pop
they
up.
did a commercial for them. They put me on the map too. So shout out to
That's
them.
fire.
Like,
That's fire.
I've done a lot. I've
Yeah,
done a lot.
that's
And
dope,
I'm gonna
man.
keep doing.
And
more.
you're gonna keep doing it. You are.
So as long as God give me the strength and the good health,
Yep.
I'm here for the long run.
You are. Now we're rolling. You got any more questions, Luz? I know you. Did you have something in the cut over there somewhere? Do I gotta go look in your notebook? And see?
Oh no, that's what I asked her. from the
Okay, you got it. You got it. All right, so boom, we made it to the to an hour. We're close to the hour. We did great. I want to thank you for pulling up.
Thank you.
Is there
Absolutely.
any last words you want to tell? Let's go with the youth first, and that's your camera there.
Absolutely. For the youth, I'm a mother of 5. I believe in you guys, and you got to believe in yourself. Let me tell you, when somebody tell you can't, you show them why you can. Don't let nobody stop you from believing in yourself. And anytime you need help or you need some support, you call Nicole Coakley. You hit me up. You track me down because I am there to help you because I want to see you be successful because if you're successful, I'm successful. You want to make sure that you find yourself a mentor, find somebody that's going to help you through all those hard times in life. Somebody that's going to help you navigate because when life start lifing, honey, you think lifing right now because you only 15. Wait till you get 45, my age. Life going to be lifing and you still got to be able to balance everything you're going through because life ain't going to stop and wait on you. You got to believe in yourself. Go to school. Listen to your parents. You don't need to be out here smoking and drinking. That ain't cool, honey. If you think that's cool, you got another thing coming. So get it together. And I'm not talking down on nobody, but you guys make sure that you got control of your life because only you control the narrative.
Thank you for those words, and trust me, I know the youth is somebody gonna grab something from that. Like, okay, now let's. Any messages for the OGs that are out here?
That's the OGs for me.
You know what I'm saying? The OGs. You know what I'm saying?
For the OGs.
For the OGs.
Listen, guys, this is crazy. The OGs.
The OGs
listen,
out there.
Y'all gotta be mentors, guys. You guys done been there, done that. We don't want to see our youth go through the same thing you had to go through because you didn't have the support. So help our kids. You gotta believe in yourself again, regardless of your background, what happened to you, where you come from. These kids are still looking up to you because you're an OG, honey. When people look at you and they just be like, that's OG. Oh,
Yeah.
what? That's a good thing. And I'm pretty sure it's a good feeling for you. But let's turn any negative vibes into a positive one and give these kids hope and let them know that you got them. Support them. Be that power person out there in the community. You don't need these leadership titles to make things happen. Nicole Coakley is here for every little bit. So if you want to be a motivational speaker for the youth, if you want to be a part of a panel discussion for the youth, if you want to come and tell your story for the youth of how you started, where you're at, let's make it happen because I'm all about collaboration and really putting on events. I don't put on events just to put on events. I put on events. So let's make it happen. And if you want to be a part of anything, come see Nicole Coakley. And also, shouts out to the fathers. I ain't gonna leave you guys out. I got a huge legacy event for Legacy of Love event coming up on June 21st for the fathers. It's gonna be out in Chicopee, but I'll get you more information on that. And it's a free community event for your fathers to come out and have a free brunch with your children, and we're giving away awards, raffles, and all that good stuff. So make sure you guys show up because I do appreciate you, man.
Fire, man.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to say thank you for pulling up for real. Luce, you got anything you want to say? Any final question? Anything? You're good? Yo, I want to thank you for real, Nicole. And Marion,
I'm here for.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Oh wait, I forgot.
What?
Okay,
Go
I
ahead.
also have the Pillars of the Community Award.
Yep.
That's a senior brunch.
Can't forget about nothing. I want you to say.
I'm trying to remember it all.
Try to remember.
Ollie not here.
Yeah.
So and shouts out to Ollie. He's not here again. That's my campaign manager, but he's also the producer of the Real Creatives of Springfield, which is the first reality show out here in Springfield. So go look that up on YouTube.
Yep.
But again, we have the Pillars of the Community Award that's coming up, and I believe it's August. Don't quote me on these dates because I don't have it in front of me. But that's the Pillars of the Community Award. It's a senior brunch. It's an event giving back to our seniors that have been here and been around in our community that really get overlooked. We want to just award them and let them know that we see you and we'll never forget about you. So again, I get those dates to you to get posted for the community, and that's another free and community event that you guys can come out to. Again, shouts out to Pharaoh Bacon. That's my partner also.
Pharaoh Bacon, that's my
you
guy.
know Pharaoh?
Yeah, I know Pharaoh. He's a great artist.
We got the,
Yeah, I know
the
Pharaoh.
community
Shout out to Pharaoh.
kickball.
Shout out to Pharaoh, man. That's my guy.
Hey, okay, so we got the
I'm
community
actually getting him
kickball.
on here too for his interview.
Bring him on.
He knows he's going. You know, put this camera on here. Yo, Pharaoh, you know I'm bringing you on the podcast with your
Close up.
dancing
Woman, close
self.
up.
With your dancing self.
That's
and
right.
Right? You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Calling, you know what I'm saying? But he knows I know. He knows I know. He's nice, man. He got some good. We're gonna get you. I want to get your story on the Master Talk podcast.
Yeah, bring him on. He's doing great too.
Yes.
And shouts out to him, but that's my partner.
Yep.
We do the community kickball event. So we have that coming up. I think it's June 27th or 28th, that Saturday at 11 a.m. at Blunt Park. But again, I'll get you that information.
Yeah.
And if you got a team, whatever's in a razzle dazzle, they won.
He said
They
razzle
won.
dazzle. Is that a team?
That's a team. They won last year.
Yeah.
They won last year.
They did.
We do it. It's our 5th year, guys.
Is he gonna win this year? Same team though?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, listen, and we're open, so we already got sign-ups. Just look me up, Nicole Coakley, or look up Pharaoh Bacon on Facebook, and sign up. Put your team, and I think it's like at least 7 to 8 players you need.
Yep.
Come with your T-shirt and come out. It's a free community event. Bring your coolers.
Yeah.
Just come out and let's have fun, guys.
Yeah, have fun, man.
Look out for those date.
No, Pharaoh be doing a lot of events. He be part of a lot of events. That's what I've seen him popping and doing all the time.
Yeah.
You know, popping, yo, we gonna battle, bro. Nah, just play. I'll be popping.
But that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Yeah, the battle of the poppers and shit. That's my
I
guy.
have to shout out Ari. That's another one of my team members. Ari Nunez.
Yeah, any final, we're about to wrap it up, so any final, don't forget.
Yeah,
you know,
don't forget to vote for your girl, Nicole Coakley, September 1st. I can't remind you anymore of that is the voting date. It's either win or lose for me on September 1st, and I'm trying to come out on top. So I need at least 1,500 votes and more so we can take it home, okay? I'm doing it for you, not for me.
Yep.
We got to make sure we support each other. If you don't know me, get to know me. I am somebody that's cool as can be, honey. You don't let nobody tell you about me. Come get to know me. You know me on your own personal level. And again, May 7th, come out and get to know me and learn more about me. May 7th at my campaign fundraiser, 5:30 to 7:30 over at White Lion. And just pay attention to our Facebook page because we got a lot more coming down the drain. But support your girl, Nicole Coakley, because I'm here to bring change.
Thank you for sharing and bringing your story up on a Massive Talk podcast. Nicole Coakley. Listen, Massive Talk podcast, and we out.